Welcome to On the Line With. I'm your host, Hanley. On the Line With is an arts podcast with a deep dive on mental health, substance abuse, and many social issues and causes at the forefront of our society. Join me every second Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern as I sit with various guests to discuss their art, personal stories, and inspiration from behind the microphone. You'll be on the line with me, Hanley, every second Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you. Welcome back to On the Line With Season 2, Episode 5. I'm here with Bobby Brugal, formerly known as Cashtro Crosby. We're going to get into it. I'm going to let him introduce himself. So go ahead, my dude, and introduce yourself.
What up, y'all? On the line with, Jordan. Shouts to your boy Jordan. It's your boy Bobby Brugal. Pittsburg, Ottawa, everything in between, the vibes.
It was best of both borders, wasn't it?
It's still best of both borders. It's always going to be best of both borders. That's not
a giveaway. That's always
that's always the time. Triple B,
Triple B, that's how I remember you, bro.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So, let's start off. When did you start making music? Like, how old were you when you started making music?
So I started making music when I was about 16, 17. I started writing music. I wasn't really never making music. As a youngin', I used to play ball a lot and shit. But all my friends in high school in Pittsburgh, they were rappers. And, I used to just go to the studio with them and kick it and shit. And then some of them end up, make making music with, Mac Miller and shit like that and all these people.
That's what's up.
And then
R.I.P. Mac Miller.
Yeah. And then, so I had a couple close friends that was, cool with them, that the Most Dope team and all them. And they would go to the studio, I'd just tag along, and then that's how I started making music pretty much.
All right. And since then, you just loved it?
Yeah. I always loved music. I never thought I was going to make it when I was, a kid. I never had dreams of making music. But by the time I got to, 10th grade, 11th grade, and that's 2004, 2005, you know what I mean? That's, the middle of, I like to think the golden age of, at least my golden age of hip-hop. You know what I mean? Where you had 50 Cent, G Unit, Jay-Z.
Yes, sir. That was the era for us, man.
That was our era.
That's what we came out rapping like, and now everything's changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You come out on a boom bap beat, everybody's like, "What's going on?"
Well, yeah, no, it's true, but
I still fuck with the boom bap beats, man.
It's everything.
Backpack rappers, all them, man. They still, they're still lyrical. They still spit bars. I like that.
Yeah, and it's coming back. I think it's coming back more in a full circle, what goes around comes around type vibe, you know what I mean? Yeah,
definitely feel you on that. And what was the first song you made? Do you remember the name of it?
Shit, that's a good question. It was definitely a freestyle. It wasn't a full song. It was I freestyled over a Young Jeezy beat, Go Crazy or some shit like that. But the first song I made was probably Skinny Toothpick or Skinny and Toothpick, or however we say it on the pod, but Skinny Toothpick was probably my first actual song, and that was when I moved. By the time that occurred, I was living in Ottawa and shit, and I was not 7, I was probably about 18.
Okay.
So it was a year after I left Pittsburgh.
And what made you leave Pittsburgh?
School. My pops lives here, so my mom lives in the States, and my pops.
Oh, your pops lives in Ottawa?
Yeah, he lives here. He's been living here for 17 years, 18 years. So I started visiting in high school, and then he was like, yo, if you want to move up here, you can. And I had some opportunities for schooling out here and shit, so I took it. And then the schooling didn't work out, so that's why I just started taking music a little more serious.
Right. And how'd you link up with Mezzy?
Yo, that's a good question. So me and Mez, we... so I was on vacation here.
We still call him Mezzy, right?
Yeah, DJ Mezzy, everything. Yeah, man.
He's I don't want him to feel no disrespect with me talking his name, because I always had love for you guys. So.
Yeah, no, of course, DJ Mez. Nah, that's his nickname for sure. And I met Mez through New Money, through this dude named Leo, and Leo was having shows at the time. And I was at the barbershop at Fades, and they needed someone to
I miss Fades.
Yeah, they was doing they needed someone to hype man some show for Papoose.
Okay.
At the time, remember, like, well, way back. This
I
is how
remember
I'm
when
outdating myself. I'm outdating myself, but
It's all right, man. Let's go back. It's all right.
yeah, but no. So then that was Mez was the DJ for that show, and then he was like, yo, while you he's like, next time you come back to Ottawa, holla at me. And then I came back and I hollered at him, and then we kind of just was like, yo, you know, he was kind of the person who gave me the confidence to really start, you know, putting more music out, or putting not just freestyles out, like actually trying to make songs and shit. And then, you know, the Cashtro Crosby, that's how it kind of birthed out, you know, Cashtro Crosby, Triple B, Mercs, you know, shouts to Noah Mays, you know what I mean? And then that's how
Shout
I
out
kind
to
of,
Noah Mays for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely a great artist.
Yeah.
Love to have him on the show too.
yeah, and then that's how I got started. And then from there, we just kind of all, you know, took off. I wouldn't even say take off, but musically, indie-wise in Ottawa, we made some good music for Canada and shit.
Oh, most definitely, man.
For
I
sure.
mean, you were putting out hard music all the time.
Thank you.
And, like, you always had something coming out, you know what I mean? You were very consistent. Like,
Yeah,
even when you were working, I'm sure you were writing.
hell yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
that's,
because I remember you were in the Rito Center working at the, where was it? It was downstairs by the doors.
well, Foot Locker, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
was
saw
a
you
Foot
there
Locker
that
joint.
time or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And you were just freeing to yourself.
Yeah,
You know, and I saw that and I was like, yo, there's Castro, and I was with Split City at the time. Remember when we were at B&A? I had my homie with me.
Yeah, of course.
Him, he was like, damn, he's freeing to himself and he's in his Foot Locker uniform. This guy means business.
That's sick.
You know?
Yeah. No, I don't remember that time, but that's crazy.
It was a
like,
long time ago, man. It's about 10
yeah.
years ago, bro.
Yeah, no, but that's fire.
Because
Like,
I haven't seen you in about 10 years, man. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody in about, well, we all haven't seen anybody about 2 years, but no, like, you know, from that point of view, it was kind of, it's cool to even hear that because, you know, I was definitely always grinding, you know what I mean? Like, grinding, fucking, I had crazy jobs, like, especially even moving to Canada, like, before I got my work permit and all that shit. I used to have, like, you know, like, we was all 19, 20, young, whatever is clever, right? So I've done it all, man. Not just rap, not just had shows, not just tours, shit, damn near scrub toilets and wash floors and shit, you know what I mean? While we were making money to go to the
You sound like
studio.
Dax.
Yeah. Oh, no, I wish. Well, did he do that too? Yeah. Oh, I think he was a janitor,
remember?
right?
He always,
Oh,
he
yeah.
always had a janitor theme
Yeah,
videos.
I never actually knew he was a janitor, but I do have that similar vibe. I was never a janitor. I was like, worst thing I ever did was probably the whatchamacallit, like Low Blahs overnight. I was an overnight crew at Low Blahs one time, a cleaner. And the shit was like, you know, when you gotta clean under the grocery stores and like all the things like that. So yeah, no, a lot of humbling experiences, like, you know. So I love music because, you know, people love, and you're just like, we're still a servant to the people in that nature when you're an artist, but like I like the artist side better because you're not like, you know, like you said, scrubbing toilets and washing floors and shit.
Yeah. So I gotta ask, what happened to Cashtro Crosby? What was the name change about?
Man, you know, I buried Cashtro Crosby for a bit, you know what I mean? No, nothing. It wasn't like a planned name change. It was more like a chapter name change, you know, like a different momentum. Because at the time
was it because the music was changing?
Yeah, I want to say a little bit of that. And I wasn't making as much music as I once was. You know how you said I was always staying real consistent. So yeah. I guess around like 28, 29, like I still had a lot of music recorded. I wasn't feeling the way it was coming out. You know what I mean? So I took like maybe 6 to 8 months off, and then, you know, made my alter ego, or not really alter ego, but I try to treat it like it was like a superhero type shit. You know what I mean?
I know.
So,
sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
No. So Cashtro Crosby is definitely our first. That was like my first chapter in music, and then the Bobby Brugal was just, it's still music, and that it's just like a
different vibe.
A different vibe, exactly. Like,
yeah.
I don't
and
know
it's still dope. I still fuck with it. Like I said, I heard that Dip Black track and that Bobby Brugal track. That was a nice one.
Yeah, me and Dip got a couple, man. Like he reached out.
Shout out to Dip Black, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
I gotta get in touch with him more. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah.
I should get him on the show. I'm sure he has a lot to talk about after all these years of making music.
Hell yeah, man. And he's been on the stride, man. I think that's the coolest part about Dip. You know, he's been making music for a while, but I feel like he's been honing his skills and his craft over the last few years a lot. You know what I mean? So, you know, when he reached out to me to do the song, I was like, yo, definitely. Like, oh, shit. Sorry, y'all. There's this big-ass bee over here. We're doing this outside.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. It really just hit me.
Just a note, we're outside, so if you hear any sirens and shit, that's why.
Yeah. Some different vibes, you know, some rooftop shit. This is vibey. This is a great location, by the way, bro.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers again. So, back to Dip. So, Dip, he reached out to me maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago. He had some joints with Quest, and I was doing some shit with Quest, like my little album. So Dip was like, yo, I had this joint for you called Knockin'. And I was like, oh, word, all right, crazy, send it through. And I wasn't even doing features with people at the time. And then Dip, that was like the first feature, one of the first features I got back to doing. And it was crazy because I automatically wanted to do it just because it was like so unique. You know, everybody's sounding the same right now. A lot of shit's trap, this, that. And I like trapping shit too, but I just wanted to be different. I just wanted to have a different vibe. And he was hitting pockets and just killing it. And I was like, yo, let me jump on that. I jumped on that. I sent him a song. Then he sent me another song. Now we got like 3 or 4 records. So shouts to bro. You know?
Y'all should do an EP.
Yeah, man, for sure. I think we will. I mean, we definitely got almost enough we at least got half one right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, 3 or 4 tracks.
Yeah, right.
You just need a couple more.
Exactly. But, yeah, I'm open to that. So
I mean, I have Quest coming on the show as well, man. He does a lot with everybody in the city, man. It's crazy. He works like crazy.
Yeah, man. He's a great producer. Not just producer, photographer, director. Like he's a one-man band. You know, he's a connector. He's a hub.
Yeah.
You know, or an outlet. That's what I was looking for. He's an outlet. You know what I mean? He's really dope at what he does. So I never met Quest before, let's say about a year and a half ago, of hearing his name for like how many years, maybe 10 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it was
just met him about a year and a half ago?
Yeah, like right after we got out of the house for quarantine.
He's kind of introverted even without COVID being around. He stays in, he's always working, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know how it's hard to find engineers out and about, you know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah, man.
But, yeah, no, like we almost damn near finished that album. Like we almost finished an album online together, like or through FaceTime or whatever. And by the time we start shooting the videos, we were outside because it was, like I said, it was during the quarantine and the corona. So by the time we finished the album and our first video was like the first time we actually met in person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so the whole time you were just seeing them on FaceTime.
Yeah, it was like, yo, fix this, do this. Like, and then when we went to go start shooting the videos and photo shoots for the album, it was cool. But by then, like, we were talking for like a year and a half. So I felt like I knew him already. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So you have an album with Quest?
Yeah, we got an album. So my last drop was in January, the beginning of this year, like January 1st. So boom, straight out the gate. It's called Next World. So that was the video that I got with Dip Black. Or one of the videos called Juice the Game. Album did pretty good, low key, man. It got like, I think it's at like 100,000 to about 120,000 streams.
There you go, man.
Yeah, so like even when the music isn't the main focus, we're still like putting up numbers and you know, it's always a blessing and pleasure to have people listening to your music because you know, whether it's 5 people or 5,000, you know what I mean? Like it's a vibe.
I always say numbers don't matter, but like when it comes down to like making music and shit, the numbers do matter. Like
it depends.
Like on the podcast and stuff, like numbers to me don't matter because like if it's one person listening and it helps them or something or inspires them, then like I did my job. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But music wise, like I haven't made music in fucking like 10 years. Like so like every time I hear a beat or something, I'm trying to write to it and I can't because I'm like, fuck, how the fuck do I write? I forget. Like, you know, like I can't think of anything clever like I used to. Well, I mean, back in the day when we did that Lord Knows track, that Lord Knows track got a lot of love. People were like, that shit was crazy because like you said like I don't usually do instrumentals, but we're gonna do this one because it was hot.
Of course.
You know, and I sent it quick. I did it in a day, and I'm like, yo, here, take it. Just do what you do. You did it. It was fucking dope. Even unmixed. I mean, I dropped it on an unreleased material mixtape, and got a lot of love. I mean, it's the #1 track on the mixtape. So
that's love. Yeah, no, that's love.
And it's not even mixed. So people are listening to it in their car, and they're wondering, like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes, like, those freestyle records is good, man. Like, unmixed or mixed, it's like, shit, I listened to a whole bunch of unmixed music from, like, 04, 05, and, you know, it's just a vibe. It was a time. It's like, music's like a memory bank, you know, or like it's a good capsule, you know what I mean? Like, for memory, like, oh, man, that favorite song was at this time. Or even when you say Lord Knows, like, takes me right back to remembering hearing Drake and Ross do it, and me and wanting to do it because of them.
That track was hot when it came out,
exactly. So,
I still listen to it.
Of course, me too. You know what I mean? So, yeah, music's been a good outlet to, like, you know, kind of what we're on this podcast for. Like, it's like therapy and shit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like therapeutic when you get in the booth and get to get loud and scream and rap, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
And so, like you said, the Bobby Brugal name change wasn't like just to like get rid of Cashtro. It's just another chapter. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of like a same thing.
You think you could come back as Cashtro?
Yeah, of course. I mean, of course. Hell yeah. Like, and it'd be refreshing too, because now it's like you can. I guess I can decipher with both artists. You know, like, I could probably have a little bit more fun and talk more reckless shit again if I go back under my Cashtro Crosby shit, you know what I mean? But as the Bobby Brugal, it's like, it's more growth, you know what I mean? Or like, you know, I traveled more. I wasn't just sitting in Ottawa. I got a business now. I'm doing different things. Hosting too, like, just, you know, like, we podcast too. We got hosts. We're not just always rapping no more, you know.
You guys interview people on your podcast?
No, we don't interview people. We just talk shit. Just me and my co-host.
You just shoot the shit?
Yeah, we literally just shoot the shit, have a good time, play oldies, play old school tunes. It's really not even like hip hop based, really. It's just kind of like
this the same thing. Everything. This is supposed to be an arts and mental health podcast, but every person that's come on has been a rapper.
That's a good start.
You know, like, everybody's a rapper. I have people telling me, they're like, yo, you said it's an art podcast. Where's the painters? Where's the novelists? I'm like, don't worry, I'm working
coming.
on it, you know?
Yeah.
I got to network with people first.
Of course.
That's why I'm reaching out to, like, the other podcasts that do interviews, so that way I could, like, talk about my own, you know what I mean?
Of course.
And I don't mind collaborating either. If they want to do something, like, then I'm down to, like, collab with anybody, you know what I mean? I'm cool, calm, and collected. You know what I mean?
I understand.
I have my agoraphobia. I have my problems outside, but, like, if I'm just chilling, if it's like just 2 or 3 people, it's all right. But when it's a crowd, I'm just like anxious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. I mean, and it's cool. You was explaining that to me earlier. You know what I mean?
And speaking of music, what track do you want to play for the intermission?
Ooh, good question. Well, I'll play one from the first album I dropped, and then I'll play one from the Quest album. So I don't know. Fail to Plan is the first one that I dropped as Bobby Brugal, or, you know what I mean?
The track is called that?
No, it's an album. But the track gonna be called Last Forever. So Bobby Brugal Last Forever, and then I don't know. I think of the second one, I guess, with Quest. You know what I mean? Or we'll play me and
so
me
you
and
want to introduce that track, the intermission one?
Hell yeah! It's Bobby Brugal Last Forever. It's off the album Fail to Plan, Plan to Fail, which dropped last July. It's been doing numbers too. You feel me?
All right, and we'll be right back after we listen to that.
Always heard nothing lasts forever. But when you spit like this, how can they forget, huh? Bobby. They gon' play this shit for a century. Feel like forever, go Marv, crash the infinity. Statues of limitation, pops hustled at 17. That's why I'm sitting here making sure they remember me. It's Brugal, baby, my bro, Rico do Hennessy. Failed the plan, shit soulful like Tennessee. Remember they called me Slim, hoping that Queen would let me see. Boy, I've been wavy, like the Navy Seas. Army guns come out, and we tell them freeze. Now they scream please, on their knees. Money stuffed in my dungarees. I'm a murder hornet nigga, use a bumblebee. Why would a rapper ever try to come for me? What lovely lady wouldn't wanna love on me? I got my wife, bitch, and we live comfortably. No looter, but I DTP. I'm in this shit, get ugly like Climax Street. If you ain't from Pittsburg, you gon' miss that piece. Man, I miss the bird, cause I miss my niece. Wish I could run to mom's house just to rub her feet, just to give her sweets. When you niggas do songs, I just kiss my teeth. They bout to pedestal me, let me lift my seats. And I got all things hip, cause I lift those beats. Yeah, they say make it last forever. Sometimes you gotta go through the baddest weather. Everybody love the sunshine, but we'll win this day when it's dark. I'm just coming from the heart. Yeah, I'm just coming from the heart. This rap shit I got good in bad days. I remember meeting Mac Miller backstage. One time almost got jumped for my man's chain. They didn't get it, they got in a fast way. But anyway, I'm grown now, I miss the old days. Riding in that old thing, bumping on the OJs. Niggas backstabbers, try to take your place. This is art that we do, dog, it's not a race. In hip-hop worldwide now, just not a race. A lot of y'all got songs, but they just a waste. Don't worry, when I get rich, raps will change the pace. Like Rolly got Chloe work, had to adjust the face. You love the fakes, I'm real like Kevin Gates. Treat you like Martin when I kick you up out my place. Amazing grace, eat your food, never save a plate. She had a fatty, but she shaving weight. I'm stacking money and I'm saving cake. I get dark on these demo tapes, overdose on my own shit like I'm Drake. Signing contracts over dinner dates, that's my type of signing day. Fam told me crime pays, but they lied, cause you gotta have your hustle moving 9 ways. Should've never let them join the gang like 9 Trey. Now he on the stand, talking like it's dime day. Damn, they say make it last forever. Sometimes you gotta go through the baddest weather. Everybody love the sunshine, but we'll win the state when it's dark. I'm just coming from the heart. Yeah, I'm just coming from the heart. Bobby.
I'm gonna share some stuff that I know is more from me than it is for the universal you. It might hurt, it might hinder, you might like the work less. That's really not the point. It's what I needed to do in order to make it. Actually, that's not even quite accurate. It's like what I needed to do to understand it after I made it. So, I'm gonna take you through.
Alright, we're back with Bobby Brugal, still on live with Instagram. What's going on, Instagram? Anybody watching? I'm not sure.
There was a couple people that said,
Yeah.
but I can't read from what they're saying and shit.
Yeah, it's far.
It's a little far. But we see y'all tuned in.
Yeah, we see y'all. Yeah, so what were we gonna so yeah, that track. You wanna tell me a little bit about that track we just listened to?
Yeah. So Last Forever, it's produced by All Things Hip. So this is another homie that I got. He's from an Ottawa producer. He works with Vico a lot, Training Season, Nelson Down. Those are a couple like a little, indie
I
artists.
haven't heard that name in fucking forever. Nelson Down.
Oh yeah, Nelson hasn't really been putting out a lot of new music, but he's like he'll pop up on features. Like I got a feature from him last year that was really crazy, and it's really cool because he's still Nelson Down. You know what I mean? Like it's really cool to even have him on a record because he was.
Remember
real,
Deuce Deuce?
Of course,
Man.
That's why more than I remember. He's like Ottawa has a lot of legendary history that
people don't know.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So
it's a quiet city, so they think it's nothing going on.
The government.
Popping.
Yeah, government town. That's what they always call us. But even him, like, so, you know, he's a good friend of mine now, and we get a chance to do some records. We're actually supposed to do an EP, and it's dope. We already have like 4 or 5 records recorded from it, but it's going to be, you know, he just had a newborn last year, so congrats to him. And,
congrats to Nelson Down on the newborn.
And he's working on that right now, so he's on his daddy daycare vibe. You know?
Yeah, I feel you. All right. So what do you have in store for us, like, in the next, like, let's say 6 months?
6 months, 6-month plan. Keep killing shit, you know. Make sure my mental health is straight, you know what I mean? Trying to make sure.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
Okay, all right. Well, with these days, you know how it is. But really just focusing on clothing and music. Same thing, just working on my personal brand, like.
Yeah, shout out to his clothing brand.
Yeah, you know, Past Life.
Life, you know.
Bang, bang, Past Life gang. Respect, to the next life.
I appreciate it.
Oh, you already know.
You know, another sponsor, respect.
Gotta get it. Gotta get you dripped out. Gotta get the people in the city dripped out first, you know what I mean?
I feel you. I appreciate the gift.
Yeah. But, so definitely gonna be working on a lot of fall projects for the company. Hopefully I could get like a storefront. You know, I'm trying to start paying rent somewhere and have like a little, not a studio, but like a hub, you know, the creative hub to kind of create out of something like where the 4G Audio boys are doing their thing out of, like Bully Zone spot. Shouts to Bully Zone, he got a dope studio.
Yeah, shout out to Bully Zone. I've been there a few times.
Yeah.
I've done a few things. I interviewed Bully Zone. He's the season finale.
He's a boss, you know. He's a very dope cat in the nature of owning and shit too. So
he's, like they call him, big boss leader.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they, like Stay Platinum, they just signed some dope artists like that, like Dude Dirty Laundry and Bully Zone did that track If You're Real. I don't know if you saw the video for that, but it's dope.
I heard it. I haven't seen the video yet.
The video's dope.
And then also like people like City Fidelia. So I'm trying to get something like where I could, you know, have a little storefront maybe for the store, and then, you know, nothing big, just something small where people can come in and buy clothes, and it's not like in my goddamn house anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But probably drop another album by the end of this year. I was working on something for my uncle. I had an uncle who, he passed away a long time ago.
Yeah, my grandma just passed away, actually.
Yeah, but he was a very dear, condolences. But he was a very dear uncle to me, and I always wanted to make a project about uncles. You know how uncles, like, I feel like uncles don't get enough love.
Uncle's cool as shit.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm naming this project Uncle Snooky's Laundromat, because my uncle, he had a laundromat. He was real tight. He was like an old player from Pittsburg, and he used to smoke cigarettes and talk shit, and wear like this old cool jitney hat and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm doing an album kind of inspired by like things that songs and ideas from him. So I'm trying to get that out, and there's gonna be a whole bit of clothing. There's gonna be a lot of shit around it, like clothing. I'd love to do a vinyl press. I've never done vinyls for music, so maybe this might be the first time where I actually can get something.
If you do a vinyl, I'll definitely cop one.
Yeah, like, do you like vinyls?
I love vinyl, man.
Word?
Just to put on my wall of my wall of dope. I call it my wall of dope.
That's sick.
You know, I'm gonna wear this, but when I'm not wearing it, it'll be on the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's sick, because that's why I feel like vinyl's important. You know what I mean?
Like, that's the thing about podcasts and stuff. Like, if they have merchandise and you talk to them, you network or whatever, they always want you to rock their shit. So they're not gonna say no. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Like, at first I misunderstood the conversation we were having, so I was like, damn, I don't have that kind of money on me tonight.
Nah.
So I was like, shit. But like, now that I have it, I know that I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna have my brother wanting one.
Yeah, and that's,
you know, it's all about support, man. I don't mind supporting your movement. You know what I mean?
I mean, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like you said, me and you, we've been rocking just from like back in the day. You know, when we was younger in the music scene.
It's been a decade, man. We've known each other 10 years.
Yeah, and
we stopped talking for a while. I kind of ghosted on Ottawa, but
but it wasn't.
I came back looking for Cashtro Crosby. I'm like, yo, where the fuck is Cashtro?
And then they changed his whole name and shit.
I thought you moved back.
Oh,
I thought you moved back to Pittsburgh. So I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
So I'm looking around. I'm looking at DJ Mez. And I'm still like, yo, where the fuck is Castro? And then I'm like, who the fuck is Bobby Brugal? And I open it, and I'm like, it says
That's
formerly
Cashtro.
known as Cashtro Crosby. I'm like, this motherfucker just
He
fucked
just
the
did
whole
the
thing
1-2
up.
up.
This motherfucker was hiding like me.
Nah, man. Not even, man. But, yo, it's funny that you said that. It was just, like I said, trying to revitalize ourselves and, like, give different energy, you know? I feel like MF Doom.
R.I.P. MF Doom.
You know, Doom used to be a good reason. Like, he used to drop music under so many different names.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was so crazy and shit. Like, I was like, damn. Even, like, bring it back to Mac Miller, you know? Mac Miller, they call him Larry Fisherman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I liked his music as Larry Fisherman.
Yeah, so.
You know, like, he was different. You know,
it was way different, right?
Like, you have an alter ego is basically what you're doing, you know what I mean?
Trying to.
Because if you come in as Cashtro Crosby, I know the type of flow, and I know what you're going to talk about. Not know what you're going to talk about, but
yeah,
I have an idea.
Of course.
I know Castro from back in the day, you know what I mean?
So, and that's what I was saying. And it's really like checking the internet, man. Like, let's say, all right, we already had a cool career as Castro, right? Can we do it again? That was another thing to me, right? It was like, I wonder if I can build another, you know what I mean? It's like building another castle. You know what I mean? Or
yeah,
like,
you got to build up a whole new person. Man.
It was like that. It was literally like starting from the ground
scratch,
out. Yeah.
man.
And it was cool because people were liking Bobby Brugal without knowing it's Cashtro Crosby. And I'm getting younger fans. I'm getting new fans. I'm getting fans that work. I had people one time, this guy was like, man, you remind me of Cashtro Crosby. Because he didn't even put it together, you know what I mean? And that was like, that's when I knew. I was like, all right, that's cold as fuck. Like, that's cool because that's exactly what I was trying to do.
It's working.
At least, you know, rebranding. And it wasn't for no purpose. It was just because we're always trying to, like, hustle differently, you know what I mean? Just create.
And let's talk about your brand for a minute. All right, so like I said, and I told the listeners, we haven't spoken in almost 10 years.
Yep.
But when I came back, I saw that you had the brand already that you were working on. Yes. What is Past Life?
Word. So Past Life is a streetwear luxury brand created in Ottawa, Ontario, whichever way, you know. My accent's still accents. It started in 2019 and like, you know, it was like my brainchild. It's like I always wanted to have like a clothing line. But me, I'm a firm believer of like mastering one thing, you know what I mean? Or like not trying to wear too many hats at one time. It's like, as an artist, that was the cool part about being an artist.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I want to rap. I want to be a rapper's rapper. You know, I wanted everybody to know me as a musician or at least just a manager or like, you know what I mean? Like you said, from shoes and shit like that. So it's like, I was a manager and then I was an artist. Cool. I got those under my belt. And I really learned the game in those. So after that, 2019, I made Past Life. And Past Life is a brand. It just means, you know, it really just means representing living your best life, you know, because, you know, we're told we only get one of these things, you know what I mean?
But you believe you had a past life?
I for some reason, I feel like I've been here before. You know what I mean?
Real talk, bro. I have that feeling, too. I've always had that feeling. You know what I mean? I feel like there's another me somewhere.
Yeah.
That's better off.
Or
you know what I mean?
Who knows? It could have been a fucking tree. In the past life, or you know what I mean? There's different.
Do you believe in Buddhism or is it?
I've read into it.
Yeah.
I've read into it. I can't say I believe in it. Like, you know, I haven't read enough to say I believe in it or don't believe in it. But I've definitely read into the energy of it, and I believe in the energy. Firm believer in the energy, and like, have you ever seen some kids like, or have you ever talked to like a 5-year-old, 6-year-old, and just been like, man, you're wise beyond your years, or like, yo, like, have I ever, like, I feel like you know, I got a couple of young family members, nieces and nephews that just, when I talk to me, they sound like they're 76, you know what I mean? So Past Life is just about living your best life while we're here and looking fresh while in the process. And I'm trying to make good quality clothing. You know, it's Canadian brand. It starts in Canada.
It's definitely good quality. I have it on. You know what I mean?
Thank
like
you.
The wind's blowing.
Yeah.
I'm not cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's a nice sweater. You know what I mean? And I appreciate it again. Like, I appreciate the gift, my dude.
You already know. And yeah, so it's like, I think with music, it's like we touch people with music, with clothes. You can touch people in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tangible. It's a gift. You can, you wear it. You have it for longer. Just like you have an album for 10 years, you can have a shirt for 10 years. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that part is cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I have shirts from years ago that I still love.
That,
like today, I almost rocked an old Crooks and Castles fucking cardigan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that?
Crooks is fire. But their quality.
They're changing, though.
Yeah. I'm sure they have by now. But
Yeah.
their quality early on, they were hitting the mark on a lot of, like, streetwear things, 10 Deep, Crooks, LRG.
Yeah, I was on Plunder all the time buying the shit, but it was so cheap.
Yeah.
It was all the stuff that was like overstock or it was a lot, like a brand from like the year ago or whatever, but I didn't care. I was like, fuck it. Like, if it's $10, why am I not going to buy this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. No, so I mean, that's what it was. And I think fashion and music, everything just kind of balls up together, you know what I mean? Us as rappers and artists, we've been buying clothes since buying clothes, like you just said. So I feel
Look at that. He's still calling me a rapper. I'm so appreciative.
Yeah, you always going to be an artist. Good playing, man. You always going to be an artist to me.
I'm still writing. I still write, bro.
Yeah. And then you should be writing for someone else right now. You could get a bag writing for somebody, you know what I mean? It ain't always got to be you putting out the music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been trying to focus on finding some artists to, get them bars too.
Well, like dude that I told you I've been chilling with that we both know.
Of course.
That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get him to yo, listen.
Tell him to hit the bag more, exactly. And then
I'm gonna help you out. And then
when you blow up, just get me a Benz, just give me
a bag. That's
yeah,
all I want,
you know
man.
what I mean? Yeah, won't ask for too much.
Let me get out of this fucking hellhole that I'm in, bro. Just give me a bag.
Yeah, man.
But no, like you were talking about wanting to get a storefront. How's that going for you?
I quit. So I've been working all my life, even while being an artist. I always had a job while, hustling here and there, but like always was a working man, you know what I mean? So I just quit my job in December. So it's been about 6 or 7 months where I've just been on my own, working, you know what I mean? Like just the company and my own, hustling. So it's been tough, it's been real life. It's been a grind, it's been up. I got money one day, I'm broke the next day, you know what I mean?
Definitely feel you, bro. Trust me.
But knowing that a lot of people are out and about wearing my clothing and like they like it more than like you could go buy a Nike shirt, but you spending money with the family and you spending money on, small business or local business. And that's how small businesses become, big businesses, This is a dream from the jump. And now that people are supporting it, I probably had over 100, more than 100 sales, you know what I'm saying? Since February. So it made it real. Like the people are making it real and my friends and family and the support. So I think it's going to work out. But if y'all see me go get a job or do something, you know what I mean? Don't fucking hate, you know what I mean? If you see me have to go get a normal gig again, that just means I got to go save an extra 10 bands to get this shit moving. But I think like the clothing line is going to work itself out eventually.
It seems like it is because I see like people on Instagram rocking it.
Yeah.
I check I check the past life pages.
Yeah.
I check the people modeling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
like I said, we'll get some together tonight. We'll put them. I'll have them on the. I'll put them on the YouTube video of the podcast.
Yeah.
And I mean, what you have anything else you want to talk about about your
clothing line?
Clothing line?
Oh no, just past life. So the past life, PVSTLIFE.ca. That's the website. The V is upside, or the A is upside down. So a lot of people always see that. They're like, "What's that mean?" We just wanted to play with your eyes, with logos. You know how logos are.
Yeah.
We just wanted to play with the eyes. When you read something and there's X's in it, you still can read it out, right? So It's just like that. But no, man, Ottawa's the home. Yow forever, YOW, and then we just keep it. We're just gonna keep growing. So thank you know what I mean. Thank you for even letting me talk about my joint on the spot.
No, of course, man. I got you for life. But let's talk a little mental health.
Yeah, let's get to it.
How was it for you during COVID and staying inside? I mean, let's talk about your mental health. You have anything like a story, anything you want to discuss? Because a lot of the artists that come on, they end up telling a story, and people are surprised that they told that story. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
you don't have every artist coming on a podcast and like just telling people like, "Yo, this is what's wrong. This is what's wrong." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Story. So stories about mental health. I mean, that's one thing I want to shout you out too. Like, you know what I mean? I know you're going through what you're going through, and it's to still be, willing to be a servant of the people and give your story, and then give a platform for other people to tell their story. Kudos to you for that. You know what I mean? That's why I wanted to come and do this with you. You know what I mean? Because I think this is important.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? So to be honest, like through COVID, I think, all right, so for me, mental health is a funny thing for me because I'm from Pittsburg, man. I'm from the south side of Pittsburg. I grew up, in the hood, like everybody
South
did.
side of Pittsburg is the hood.
Yeah, like everybody. I mean, some people grew up in different hoods. My pops grew up in Jamaica, Some people grew up in Vanier, you know what I mean? Some people grew up in Ritchie, Ramsey. Like, everybody got a story. So my hood's not different than anybody else's, but growing up, you get to see a lot of things in Pittsburgh, as a young man, young black male from being from the States. And, nowadays, from the last year of like what happened with, George Floyd and Trayvon and all Eric Gardner and a lot of situations like that, it was cool to see the world
fight back
on things like that because
those social causes and issues are important, man. And I hate to say it as a white man, but like a lot of us don't understand it. You know what I mean? We see it, we join in the protests, but a lot of these dudes want to be seen. You know what I mean? They're the ones that are trashing shit, causing the ruckus. Ruckus.
And I mean, I got so many homies. I got all my homies, like black homies, white homies. I'm just saying, like you said, they don't know exactly what maybe it been because when I see those stories, it sucks for me because I'm just like, man, I've had guns pulled out on me all types of times. But one time, all right, for example, one time I looked around the room with my friends and I was like, yo, has a cop ever pulled a gun out on you? And they was like, no. Like I was in a room in Canada and it was like one white dude, one Indian dude, maybe an Asian dude. It was all, how Canada's it's mixed races everywhere. So I was just
very diverse in Canada.
We're so diverse, you know what I'm saying?
We're very welcoming. We love everybody, man. And we apologize too much.
So this is when I knew it wasn't it was a U.S. thing. I was like, yo, has anybody ever pulled a gun out on you? Like, you know what I mean? He was like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Ask the next person. He was like, nah, I never been pulled a gun out. I was like, a cop ever pulled a gun out on you? Nah. A cop ever pulled a gun on you? Nah. I'm like, I've been pulled at least 3 to 4 times in my life. I'm in my 30s now, but I've had fucking cop pull shit out of me about 4 times. And then I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, that's crazy because I'm not a criminal. You know what I mean?
No,
I'm an artist. Like
you're a very humble dude. You're a very laid back dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So when I looked at it from that perspective, I was like, damn, maybe I didn't even think of it from a mental health point of view, but that's anxiety. That's trauma.
That is trauma.
That's why I don't
lead someone to have PTSD, even if it's just pulling it out.
But that's why I don't fuck with cops though.
4 times is a lot, man.
But that's why we don't fuck with cops. Like when I see cops, like I don't fuck with police. You know what I mean? And it's not. I know police officers who are cool as shit, but like just the way how we act and shit like that when we get into it because of you know what I'm saying? So I mean, like I said, other than that, like I don't have any crazy, I'm not going to think of any deeper stories than that because, I like to try to keep it light, but just things like that. And then during Corona, being in the house a lot, I really felt for my people that was in jail. You know what I mean? Like I felt for people that I knew that were locked up for like X amount of years. You know what I mean? So I felt for a lot of people that I knew because we were locked only up for 3-4 months. And like, I was pulling out my hair every day. Just, me and my fiance, we was going through it. Yeah, I got engaged last year, gang shit, you know what I mean?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Shouts to Hefe. You know what I mean? But
She the one you do the podcast with?
nah. I would never be able to do it. We'd be beating each other up every night. You got to keep your workout.
Oh,
No, shouts to Kim though. News podcast. Shouts to Kim. Hefe is she's my everything. You know what I mean? She's the one who does help me stay sane in these times. You know what I mean? But during Corona, it was but hard for everyone. So I'm happy that we're a little bit back to some normalcy. But yeah. Sorry for ranting and whatnot.
No, man, that's what the show's about. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm big on
that.
that.
It's my podcast, but as a guest, it's your show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
Well, thank you, because these are good topics. You know what I mean? These are dope topics.
Yeah, and I appreciate you talking a little bit about the mental health. I know not everybody wants to get into it as deep as other people, and that's cool. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna force it out of people.
Of course.
There's no reason to do that. If they want to talk about it, they'll talk about it. You know what I mean?
Well, how about you? Like, let me just swing it back to you for the Corona. Like you were saying, same question you asked me. Like, I know, where you at with it right now?
Me, I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm feeling all right. I mean, after I got the second dose, I felt like shit. The next day, I had like just all the symptoms they were talking about. So I was like, "Fuck, why'd I do this?"
Mm-hmm.
But the next day after that, I felt all right.
Mm-hmm.
But during like the hardship part of it, like the beginning of it, like I already stay indoors enough. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, like, if I get a chance to go outside and I'm with my pops or something, I'll only go with them because, like, when I'm with my pops, I feel all right. You know what I mean? I'm not stressing outside if there's a crowd because I know, like, he knows when I'm having, like, a problem with something.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was hard at the beginning because, like, they were like, stay inside, don't go outside unless you need stuff.
Facts.
So, I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm going to go out, like, once a week. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I ended up just putting on a mask all the time and just saying fuck it and just walking around my neighborhood or whatever.
Word.
Trying to get this agoraphobia under control, but man, it's hard as fuck. Ain't no game. Like, they were, like, when I heard about it, I used to think, like, oh, how bad can that be? You know what I mean? Like, you really gonna go outside? You have that bad of a problem when you're outside? Man, agoraphobia is no game, man. You go outside and, like, if you go to Blues Fest or something, you're going to be tripping out because there's too many people.
I understand.
You know what I mean? And I'm bipolar. I got diagnosed bipolar. So my listeners know that. I spoke about it on the first episode. Like, I'm honest with my listeners. I'd rather be honest than lie about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that I have a substance abuse problem. So, like, like, during the fucking hard part of the coronavirus, I was doing fucking mad Xanax, and it was fucking with me. It was tearing up my family because I was fucking in the house because I wasn't outside doing it. You know what I mean? I was inside just popping pills and just Xanax, man. You take a few, and dude's nodding off like a madman. You know what I mean? And that was me. So, like, my dad would fucking be tripping out. And I don't blame him, you know what I mean? He doesn't want to see his kid doing all these drugs, but he knew I was doing them because I told him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mom's a little bit less observant. She has her own mental illness, so she deals with hers, but she's not as observant as my dad is or my brother is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which kind of makes me feel bad because it's like I'm hiding something from my mom, but, like, she asked me, like, what are you taking once, and I told her, I was like, I'm taking Xanax. Like, I didn't lie, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in lying. Like if I tell her something, then my dad's going to tell her, this is bullshit. That's not what he's taking.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So right now, like, I don't have any Xanax. I don't have any. I just have my regular medication. So I'm trying to stick to that.
Hell yeah. And I mean, like,
yo, don't do Xanax.
Stick to it, man, for real. Like, and at least you open, you're telling people the right thing about it. You telling people the right part of the story. You know what I mean? So
I try, man.
yeah, 1,000%.
All right, so we both talked about our mental health issues that we face. I asked you, you asked me. You turned the table on me.
I tried. You know what I mean?
It worked. But what do you think in general is missing in mental health, like support-wise?
I mean, you know, well, in Canada, we definitely should be focusing more on the youth, the youngins. You know what I'm saying? Like
A lot of kids, very young, like 10, 12, are killing themselves, man.
just I would say 16 and under. You know what I mean? Like it's as an adult, we do have places we can go. You know what I mean? Therapy, or you can go talk to somebody. I'm not sure if the kids got somebody like that.
I feel like the adults should be looking out for the kids more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's...
Even if you don't know them, like if you see a kid walking down the street and he looks upset or something, you know what I mean?
That's exactly what I was...
He could be walking to a bridge to fucking just jump off, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like just more compassion in that nature.
And I'm not trying to be crude or nothing. I'm just saying that's what happened, man. People tend to do things on an impulse.
Yeah, and you could be the person that, like, you know, you could be a person that changes the whole day in that, you know what I mean?
I've had those thoughts myself, man. Nobody deserves to have those thoughts, man. You shouldn't want to not be here, but sometimes it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you know what I mean? Like, someone might think it, someone might plan it, but they might not execute it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But definitely I agree with the youth. I think there should be more support for the youth.
Yeah.
I actually think there should be a new medical center for youth itself for different types of mental illnesses, mental health. Kids get therapy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when they're young and they're acting up at home or something, the parents bring them to a therapist and all they do is show them a picture. They're like, what's this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think, like, our free healthcare should extend to, like, shit like that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because therapy ain't free.
Canada's fire already, and that, like, they're doing good in the free. You know, we're better than a lot of countries, but we could definitely, you know, step it up in that nature, too, you know what I mean? Because Canada got a little bit of undertone of problems that they try to, like, turn the cheek on and look a different way, you know what I mean?
Like the Aboriginal thing.
Yeah, that's another one.
That thing makes me sick, man.
That's a huge one right there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, you know, the communities over there. You know what I mean? They need to step in and try to, like, you know, at least, like you said, maybe put centers or something where it's more resources where, you know, people could just talk to people.
Exactly, meet people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying, I was trying to go to the city hall with a business plan to open a new art center. Like, you remember Chance the Rapper made all his music in the Chicago library.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why don't we have something like that?
Yeah.
Why can't we have kids going into a studio doing their dream and their passion?
Yeah.
Instead of sitting at home thinking to themselves and thinking the worst, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or just...
Because they could have a hobby and not even know it. They could be the best rapper in the city and not even know it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some new rappers that have come to the city and they're dope, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, I have a dude who moved here from Ireland. His name's Steph Lyon. He's dope. He does drill music.
Nice.
But, like, he does it. He sounds like Pop Smoke. You know what I mean? He has that voice.
Mm-hmm.
He hates being told that, but it's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not your fault. Like,
yeah.
But, yeah, definitely Steph Lyon. He had a dope track. His new track, Jet Ski's dope. So, are you basically just recording at Quest now?
No, not even. I'm still usually, I self-record a lot of the rap. I mean, I like recording. I haven't been to Dreamland to record any two pieces yet. But I usually record with Kamali. I like Kamali Jordan, and I'm at the House of Ensemble downtown a lot. And shouts to City Fidelia because he's doing something with the kids. He's doing like a program right now. They got a program called, it's like a 6-month program that they're doing down there. And they got like 6 different artists. And yeah, it's dope. Like they're doing kind of like what we're doing with the artistry, kind of like what we were saying with the Chance to Rap. So I think certain people, it's funny, like the artists are now trying to do that, you know, like the government, like they're linking up with the mayors and the city halls and trying to do that. So he's one of the first artists that I know that's doing something, you know, towards the younger kids and stuff like that. So shouts to him. And yeah, man, you know, I record with anybody if it's a good vibe and it's good music and it's gonna help Ottawa get on the map to where we need to be. I'm gonna be ready to do it for people.
I definitely want to bring that business plan for another art center to City Hall, because like the youth need it. I mean, anybody could use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta obviously be fair at the time, unless someone else record. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I think it would be good for the youth. I think it would build the youth stronger, and I think it would make them understand that you don't have to be in one clique.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I find Ottawa has a lot of cliques. You know, they try to keep to themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
I don't blame them either. Like, they want to keep to themselves and shit. But how are you supposed to network and, like, extend that olive brand if you're
just
not
staying to yourself?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. In Ottawa is a lot of...
That's why I've always liked you and DJ Mezzi, because, like if I was working with you, I was basically working with DJ Mezzi. Because you guys were, like, together all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure, man. And that's the thing, don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone and work with people. You know what I mean? You might get the results you never even thought you'd get, you know what I mean? And that's how I got, like I said, even the album with Quest or album with anybody is just, like, not being afraid to try a new sound and you know, not care about what people are going to say. Because usually they're going to congratulate you after. You know what I mean? They're never going to congratulate you before when you're trying to get to the finish line. You know what I mean? But by the time you're around the finish line and they see what you were cooking up and fully doing, you know, then that's when it's a goal. It's like a win-win situation. So
yeah, I definitely feel you on that.
Mm-hmm.
You think if we ever got that art center I'm talking about to happen, that you would participate in it?
100%. Yeah, I'd come down there and
you could open a pop-up shop, bro.
Yeah.
Teach a class. Actually, you know Wordsworth?
Of course.
Well, I had him on season 1, episode 10.
That was a dope episode. I listened to that one. By the way.
Yeah, and he was talking about how he's teaching now and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And he said, after we hung up and stopped doing the recording, we spoke and then we were talking, and he said, like, if you end up having an art center or something like that, let me know, and I'll come and I'll do a workshop. So,
I think that's what I'm going to get into.
That's dope. Like, to have Wordsworth just offer to come
to Ottawa.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, that's love. You know, I mean, you building those connections, you making those connections just off the podcast.
Yeah, and like Master Ace is coming on this season, like dope.
Well, I'm happy to be a part of this, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad you're finally here.
Thank you.
And all right, I think I'm gonna drop it on him. I'm gonna make him spit a verse.
Oh, word. All right, let's do it.
Let's get you like close to the mic.
All right, cool.
All right, so we got a first time thing on the show. We got Bobby Brugal about to drop a freestyle for us. So let me get ready with my camera. I'm gonna film him, and then we're about to get it done.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I ain't right in a minute, been taking care of business. A tent, a hope, but this ain't no scrimmage. I've been feeling timid. They been feeling livid. I've been wearing black, the windows tinted. Feeling like Sazy Graveyard Poppy. I've been digging, feeling like Aubrey in the 6. Catch me winning. Got O's on the bucket hat like Cal Ripken. 20-piece get you to an island, baby, no restrictions. I ain't gonna lie, this whole pandemic shit had me tripping. Bad chickens like scissor. Yeah, I'ma hit different. Flow unforgiving. Draped like it's curtains linen. Went from managing kicks straight to the Zaza pitching. Now I need 7 figures, cause I'm God figures. I don't do the fly figures with the mere mortals. Open like portals, like Yak, I'm an oracle. My G's all Jamaican, get you. Z like you Haitian, roll you up. Gary Payton, world, evil every move. Gotta watch out for Satan, wifey balling out. Yeah, that's Sanon Lathan. Jason Tatum for the Celtics. Liam Neeson, niggas getting taken. I don't give a fuck. Jason Statham. Oh, wait. Jason Tatum, Jason Statham, no debating on beats. I be one of the greatest, but nowadays everybody talking but your favorite. Said I'm Lil Wayne on the craters. I'm seeing green off my cadence. And they can't believe I made it because my mind racing. Oh my God, yeah, this shit is so foul fragrant. And I'm feeling like Meek because I've been dream chasing. I've been racing freestyle real. And it's Bobby, Brugal, Cashtro Crosby on the line. Yeah.
My guy. Cashtro Crosby,
Every
past
time,
life.
Triple B, past life to the next life. Shouts to Jay, you know.
You're always gonna be Cashtro Crosby to me, dog.
It's always love, man. Yo, you know what it is? It's your boy Bobby Brugal, Cashtro Crosby. You know the vibes. And this is the new video or news record with Dip Black. There's a video for it on YouTube. We just dropped like 2 weeks ago. This is Bobby Brugal featuring Dip Black, Juice the Game off of Next World, the album on all platforms. Go get that. Shouts to On the Line with Jay.
That's been On the Line with episode 5, season 2 with Bobby Brugal. I hope everybody enjoyed. All the listeners, all my new listeners, I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you again next week.
Just a game, 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 just a game. I got the bishop flow, 40 belows. High juice the game, throw 'em off the roof with the flow. Nuts so above the rim. When I make a movie, niggas try to switch it up but still can't move me. Brugal in the Illuminati. It happened overnight. I woke up in the new Bugatti. OT dark like Memphis, better check the census. Juke and sippin' Texas. Them shootings getting senseless. Them young boys jumping over fences. Me, I keep it positive. COVID, we testing positive. Somebody come and stop the shit. Smoking, trying to cop and shit. Made it OT Bob and shit. This shit ain't for TikTok kids. Grown as fuck. Smoking big. Doing what I gotta do. Feeling like Wale. Might just bring back them Nike boots. Just to take your life from you. I know how it feels when they trying to take the rights from you. OJ backstabbers, they just trying to put a knife in you. Juice the game, they milk the swag, hold the cash. Now do the dance. Juice the game, they milk the swag, hold the cash. Now do the dance. Juice the game, they milk the swag, hold the cash. Now do the dance. Now juice the game, they milk the swag, now hold the cash. Now do the dance. Fly out to Jamaica, I'm not a faker. Back with pack, color Laker, play Anita Baker. They made this for the Undertaker. I'm talking paper, killing shit on my day off. Cancel the playoffs. In a rave, getting face off. Feel like I'm Ray Charles. Did the dance on the seance. She love my cadence. Y'all ain't on my radar, ain't on my radar. Dreamland, you out wait for, bitch, you out wait for. And she tasted like a wafer, vanilla wafer. This shit I had to get my cake up. I got my cake up. And in this war we gon' lace up. We fucking lace up. And you be scared cause you ain't tough. My nigga, you ain't tough. It's trail God, I could save us. I could save us. I'm LeBron for the Lakers. The fucking Lakers. It's betting there's no takers. No takers. That means I'm just the greatest. The fucking greatest. Bobby. Just a game, 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 just a game. Bobby, I got you. Twisted Dutch, I don't give a fuck about no consequence. Hit the blunt, got him staying what like little Jonathan. What the fuck, now she wanna fuck Mrs. Robinson. Copy what, this the hockey puck, I'm in that box again. I'm in that mode, I got that code, I got that chick on roll. I got that chick on low. Fuck my click, get lit like gold. Hit up my lick like bitch, I'm throwed. Pick up my wrist like bitch, I'm cold. Looking like
like bitch, you wish you rolled. Looking like bitch, your shit's on hold. Don't make no sound. I pick back up and pass that down. Don't make no sound. I hit that blood and shit get loud. My drip on drown. Don't need no cup to get that crown. Don't need no cup to get that crown. I just might buck another round, y'all. Riding with that 40 nigga. Y'all gon' need a 40 nigga. I am not a shorty nigga. If you're a bitch, then bring your shorty with you.